Hi, everybody. Thanks very much for joining. As Neil was saying, we've got 3 rounds of quiz questions here, all internal comms based. Hopefully a bit of fun, light entertainment for today's quiz for half an hour. And yeah, do stay on if you want to learn about quizzes afterwards, because we'll be running through that. Thanks for all those jokes. Let's get ready, get your phones ready, and let's start into the first round here, which is a little bit about history, video, and some surprising facts. So question 1. What words have been ridiculously overused? And this is just a little word cloud to warm you up, just to start off. So not going to get scored. And therefore have been rendered cliche meaningless since COVID. So a little bit of fun just to get us going. What words have been ridiculously overused and therefore rendered cliche meaningless since COVID? And I must admit, I did write this before we got locked down again, so I do apologise for reminding everybody. But here we go. Some great stuff coming in. Lockdown, obviously. Pivot. That's a new one. Yeah, brilliant.
New normal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've come across that. Yeah.
Oh dear. Yeah, if it's a 2-word you want, do hyphenate it, and that'll appear together. But get your 1 word as in. We've got quite a few people coming in, nearly up to 40 there. That's brilliant. Furlough, obviously furlough back on, of course, until March. Unprecedented.
That was going to be my favourite, Dom. Unprecedented.
Unprecedented times. What was the one you said earlier, Neil?
Perilous. I was started getting sales emails through saying perilous times.
Perilous
Terrible,
times.
Isn't it? Surely it's close to Christmas. These are perilous times.
Brilliant. Here we go. Well, I think lockdown and pivot are the top ones there. So I'm going to close that off now. Thanks, everyone, guys. I really appreciate that. And now we can go real time into the quiz. That's a great little word cloud. Thanks very much. Appreciate that. Right. Next poll. Everyone ready? How far back can we trace evidence of internal communications? So is it 1840s, 1890s, 1920s, or 1950s? This is evidence from author Kevin Ruck from Internal Newspapers from many years ago. We'll count this down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Closing the poll there. That's how it did there. It was a good spread there. 1890s. Correct answer is 1840s. Well done, 29% of you. Good stuff. Question 2. In which decade did researchers discover that to optimize employee output, you need more than regular rest breaks, pay, and fair working conditions? Employees need to feel emotionally connected to their work and those around them. So in which decade was this discovered? I think we might have somebody on their sound on there. If everyone could mute themselves, that'd be great. Which decade was this? I'm going to count down 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's close that one off. And the correct answer was 1920s. So, yeah, quite surprising, but yeah, 100 years ago. Number 3, according to Forrester Research, what percentage of employees are more likely to watch a video than read documents, emails, or web articles? So in this particular one, this is a numeric question. So we've got a range between 50 and 80. So 50 and 80% is the range. Type in what you think it is, and we've got an error margin of 2. So I've been a little bit kind here. So go to either side of what you've gone for. So I just give you a few seconds. Make sure you press send when you put your number in between 50 and 80. And I'll let a few more votes come in and count you down from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's see what we're going to have a bit of a range here. Let me go from top to bottom. Right at the very top, there's someone 80. The correct answer is 75. So quite a lot of you down that end, and anyone that was either side by a couple, you'll get the point for that as well. So well done. According to recent data from the Savo Group, how much information will employees have forgotten only 7 days after a training session? So it's 25%, 40%, 60%, or 90%. How much information are employees going to forget 7 days after a training session? Count you down from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and close the poll there. We got 46% going for 60%. That is the correct answer. Well done, everybody. And worse still, after 6 months, 90% of it's forgotten. So, yeah, good answer. According to recent data, what percentage of emails received by employees are deemed unimportant? So another question here for your numeric range, and it's times between 40 and 90. What percentage? I think I've been a little bit kind here. I've got an error margin of 5, so we've got a bigger range. So between 40 and 90, what percentage of emails received by employees are deemed unimportant? I'll give you a few more seconds there just to consider that. How you deal with your emails during the day. Just a little joke for you here. If you get an email that says, find out what everyone is talking about in 2020, don't open it. Apparently it's a virus. There we go. Boom, boom. Right, closing in 3, 2, 1. Oh, we've got quite a range here. Let's have a little reveal. Average was 72, but it is actually 62%. Not surprising, I don't think. Well done to everyone that got that one right. Question 6. On average, how many times per day do employees spend looking for the information that they need to do their job? So how much time per day do your employees spend looking for the information they need to do their jobs? Is it half an hour, hour and a half, 2.5 hours, or 4 hours? How much time is being spent searching for information they need to do their jobs? I count you down in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And the correct answer is a lot of you have gone for 1.5 hours. It's 2.5 hours, 2.5 hours a day. That's from Smart Blog from McKinsey & Company. So interesting fact, that one. It's a lot of time. Penultimate question in this round. When asked how they measure internal communications, what percentage of businesses said that they don't measure the effect of their comms at all? So is it 6%, 16%, 26%, or 36%? When asked how they measure their internal comms, what percentage of businesses said that they don't measure the effect of their comms at all? And count you down. 3, 2, 1. Let's close that one off. The answer is 6%. And that simply proves that comms is all about sort of measurement these days. That's from gatehouse.co.uk. So yeah, it's good to know that people are actually measuring their internal comms. So final question in this round, everybody. Which footwear company recently experienced a PR crisis after an anonymous survey with a number of disturbing results, which was delivered to their CEO? So which footwear company, I think this is going back to 2018, had a bit of a PR crisis after an anonymous survey was delivered to the CEO. Was it Adidas, Nike, Vans, or Reebok? And this is going back to 2018. They basically had to fire a lot of C-suite executives and the head of diversity and inclusion. A lot of people's heads rolled for this. I'm going to count you down in 4, 3, 2, 1. And yeah, a lot of you on the money there. It was Nike, 36% of people. So that's the final question in that round. Thank you, everybody. Let's have a quick look before the scoreboard at some fun jokes. Are you there, Neil? Do you want to read some of these through for us?
Let's go. I like this top one here. If you ever get locked out of your house, talk to your luck calmly because communication's key. That's got 10 likes as well. I wonder if that's one that's really well known in the IC world.
There's 11 now. It sounds true.
Leave it up. Go on. Put this memo in an envelope marked confidential. Leave it lying about for the staff room and make sure you don't seal the envelope. That way we can all be sure that all employees will read the memo. I think that's fair to say. Everyone likes a mysterious envelope, don't they?
Indeed they do. Indeed they do. One more?
Go on, one more. My supervisor said I'm getting a poor appraisal because my communication skills are so weak. I didn't know what to say. I didn't know what to say to that. Brilliant.
Brilliant. Yeah.
Brilliant.
Good stuff. We'll come back to those. Keep them coming in. Keep them liking them. We'll look at those next. But let's have a quick look at the leaderboard. So look at your phones. You will see where you are now. Oh, look at that. 5 out of 8. Right, we've got one person. Brilliant stuff. Well done to that person. Right, we're moving into the second round now. So this is a quotes and missing words. So I'll give you a couple of seconds more on each of these. So I hope you know your quotes. Well, let's move on to the next question. So blank are, of course, the most powerful drugs used by mankind. Rudyard Kipling said that. So something are, of course, the most powerful drug used by mankind. It's just one word. Rudyard Kipling is the novelist whose quote that was. Think about it, type your word in, press send, we'll get that in. Obviously, Rudyard Kipling also made exceedingly nice cakes as well. No, he didn't. All right, let's give you a few more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's close that one off. Oh, I can see a lot of people have got this one right. It is words. Look at that, 58%. Well done. Great stuff. I'm very proud of myself not actually giving out the answer when I read that one out. Well done, 58% of you. Next one. This one's from SD Lauder. It took me quite a long time to develop a blank, and now that I have it, I'm not going to be silent. SD Lauder said this one. I'm not making it up. Making it up. Sorry, I'll be quiet. Get your words in. What did it take quite a long time to develop for SD Lauder? Let's count it down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Strategy, voice, perfume, lip, voice. Liking it again. 76% of you got that right. Well done. Well done. That's great stuff. I thought some of these might be quite tricky, but doing well so far. Third one in. Wise men speak because they have something to say. Blank because they have to say something. Plato said that one. Famous philosopher. What do they have to say? Wise men speak because they have something to say. Blank because they have to say something. One word. Send that in. I count you down. 5, 4, 3. See them piling in. 2, 1, and close it off there. Laymen speak. Ignorant, so silly, fools. Fools. Well done. Fools it is. Nearly half of you again. Brilliant stuff. Really great stuff on the quotes, guys. Fourth question. If you can't convince them, blank them. Harry S. Truman, 33rd US president. We might have another one soon, but Harry Truman said this. What was the missing word? Also famous for the phrase, the buck stops here, Harry Truman. The amount of amazing stats you'll be able to wow your colleagues and family with this weekend are going to be outstanding after this. I'm going to count you down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Great stuff. Well done, guys. And what we got? Tempt, blame, ditch, forget, confuse, wow, bomb. Interesting stuff. Confuse is the correct answer. 20%. Still 1 in 5. Well done. It's good stuff. Next question. I often quote myself. It adds spice to my blank. George Bernard Shaw said this one. Didn't like being called George, apparently. So he went by the name Bernard Shaw. I'm not sure that's interesting at all. Nearly half of you in. What's the missing word? I'm going to count you down in a second from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to close that one off. Brain, conversation, life, conversation. Correct answer, conversation, 22%. Well done again. And just to annoy him and call him George Bernard Shaw again, there's another quote from him. The single biggest problem in blank is the illusion that it has taken place. It's George again, or Bernard, I should really call him. What's the missing word for his second quote there? Single biggest problem in blank is the illusion that it has taken place. All right, keeping a check on time. I'm going to count you down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Closing the poll. Live communication, communications, conversation, debates. Some good stuff in there. It is communication, but also popped communications in there as well. Just to be kind, so I can see communication in there. So 57%. Great answer. Penultimate question in this round. The blank is the only instrument that gets sharper with use. Washington Irving said this, the story writer. Famous for the book Knickerbocker's History of New York, 1809. I'm sure you've all read that. Gave us the Knickerbocker glory, of course, which I'm sure you have heard of. So Washington Irving said this. Can I count you down? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's close it there. What was it? Mind, brain, tongue, knife? Argument. It was tongue, 32%. Good stuff. Final question in the quotes missing words round. Are you ready? Be sincere, be brief, be blank. Franklin D. Roosevelt said that. 32nd president, sorry. He was in office before Harry Truman. And he was actually the first sitting president to fly in a plane. Would you believe that? Probably not. All right. Coming in fast for this one, so I count you down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done. I reckon most of you got this. Seated. I can see the seated's in there. That is the correct answer. 27% of you. Well done. That's great stuff. Thanks. That's the end of the second round. We have one round left to go, but we are going to go back to some jokes, and our compere is going to read some of these out.
Here we go then, Dom. What are the 3 fastest means of communication? Television, telephone, telewoman.
Nice.
There you go. I think I'm probably worse than anyone else, actually. I like to have conversations with kids. Grown-ups never ask me what my third favourite reptile is.
I like that one. That was a good one.
That's a very good one.
Go on then.
Oh, here we go. Don't you hate it when someone answers their own questions? I do. Yeah, there it is. Internal com jokes. If anyone wants a copy of these jokes, just get in contact with us afterwards. We'll send them out to you.
Absolutely. I can see a book in there somewhere.
This is prime crowdsourcing here.
Right. I know everyone's more keen to see where they are in the quiz. So let's show the leaderboard. And we still have one person out in the lead there with 10 out of 16, but not too far behind. A couple of people on 9. One further back, we've got 3 people, and one further back, we get 4. So anything can happen now. So we've got plenty of time. So I've actually popped in a couple of extra questions for the last round. So we've got 10 questions in the last round. It's going to be reasonably fast-paced, guys. So I'm not going to hang about too much. We're going to keep this to time. So get your phones ready. Let's crack into the final round. Quick fire facts. Email and the @ symbol were first used in 1971. Is that true or is that false? Email and the @ symbol was first used in 1971. I'll close you in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And almost a 50-50 split there. It is indeed true. Well, obviously 50 years ago, coming up next year. Almost 2.8 million emails are sent every second, according to Internet Live stats. Probably since the pandemic, that's probably trebled, I'd imagine. Well done, 56% of you there on that one. According to a recent survey, what was the most commonly used word in internal communicators' email subject lines? Most commonly used words. Is it week, update, news, latest, or team? I reckon you're all going to be right on the money with this one. Most commonly used word. Let's count you down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ooh. The correct answer is news. So that was a split opinion there. Not really anybody else going for week, latest, or team. If you want to know where I got the stats for that, happy to share with that one afterwards. Next question. PDFs, are they older than PowerPoint? True or false? Apparently 35 million PowerPoints are given each day by 500 million users worldwide. Believe that or not. Let's count you down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Close that one off. And again, we've got 58% going with true. It is actually false. It is false. Question 4 in this round. In light of the COVID pandemic, which company's boss encouraged their employees to get jobs at Tesco just to tide themselves over? Was it Pimlico Plumbers, Wetherspoons, Pretz, or Cineworlds? Very kind thoughts of this company boss. And count you down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Close the poll there. Nearly everyone in. Brilliant. And there everyone's got that one. Yeah, Tim Martin not making himself popular to his 40,000 staff whatsoever. Interesting fact about Wetherspoons, you can't take horses in there. So if you're doing that after lockdown, best not to. Next question, halfway through nearly. The first SMS message said Merry Christmas. Did it or didn't it? True or false? The average text message is read in 5 seconds. So you've got to make sure you get the good stuff in first. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's close that poll off. How did you do on that one? We've got 68% saying true. The correct answer is 68%. Well done. It was indeed. Question 6. What percentage of employees use their intranets on a daily basis? So this is another of our numeric questions, and our first tie-break question, if we get a tie, between 0 and 50. I think I've given you an error margin of 5 again on this. I'm being very generous, I think. But pop in between 0 and 50, press send. What percentage of employees use their intranets on a daily basis? And count down 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, quite a spread there. It's 13%. 13%. And that may be simply because the information is not great or stuff's out of date or people just don't have time in the day, but a bit of an eye-opener, I thought, that particular one. A few questions left, so let's rattle through these. Was Apple founded before Microsoft? Is it true or false? Was Apple founded before Microsoft? And I'm going to be really mean here and start counting down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Correct answer is false. Apple was 76, Microsoft 1975. Question 8 in this round. Internal comms is the function responsible for effective comms among participants within an organization. Is that true or false? And this is according to Wikipedia. And once again, I'm going to be really quick on this one, counting down from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Told you I'd be pretty quick on this one, but you're all pretty quick on that as well. Correct answer is, of course, true. 70%. Well done. Penultimate question. The Metro is the United Kingdom's highest circulation print newspaper. Is that true or false? The Metro. I haven't read that for a little while, obviously. Counting down 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done, nearly everybody in there. Good stuff. And again, 70% of you on the money. Well done. Final question. Could this be the decider? Get ready. Twitter. Was it originally called Babel? True or false? Apparently it's 350,000 tweets per minute every day. Right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's close that poll off. Final question is in, and we've got 54.9% going false, and you are correct. Well done, guys. So that is the end of the quiz. So before we do the big reveal of our winner, and has that person that has been leading still in front, let's just drop back. I think we got time for 1 or 2 little jokes there, Neil. I think
I was just reading some of these, Don. A couple of them really made me chuckle.
Any favourites?
The top one here I quite like. There's one actually towards the bottom that I really enjoyed as well. But light travels faster than sound. This is why some people appear bright until you hear them speak.
I quite like the top one.
Not you, Dom. You've been hitting out all that information this afternoon. Goodness. Dom for president. There we go.
Right, I might have a chance, I think.
Probably the best option right now.
Yeah.
Here we go. Next one. How can you get one of these T-shirts? Lucky you, if you go to the quiz element of the platform right now, it's over on the right-hand side. Looks like a little clipboard. If you click on that, you'll be able to see one of the options there. Pop in your email address. We'll get you out a T-shirt. Oh, we've got some beanie hats as well. I'm looking forward to receiving mine. Obviously.
Absolutely. So is everybody ready for the big reveal, Neil, do you think? Are we going to show them who our winner is?
Let's say who the winner is, Tom.
Here we go. Oh, it's one person and they're too clear, actually. 16 out of 26. That's an impressive score. If you're feeling brave, give us a wave on the screen. But what I'm going to do is you've got an opportunity now, obviously on your screen, to share this to social media to say how great you are. And obviously all of you can say that you've taken part in a fantastic Vevox quiz today. We're going to leave that there for a few seconds. And afterwards, I'm just going to run a text question so that the winner can send in their email address so that we can obviously contact them. but I'll leave that there for a few seconds so you can share that. No, well done everybody that's taken part. Really appreciate it, and we finished just in time now, which is good. I'm sure it wasn't like that in rehearsals, but that's good stuff. Neil, I don't know if you want to remind people about what we're doing next.
I'd love to. Everyone, thank you very much for joining us this afternoon. I hope you enjoyed your lunch and participating in today's quiz. It was very good, very internal comms related. So I'm hoping a few of you got a few ideas you might like to take back. If any of you'd like to run a quiz yourself, please do stay on. Dom's going to run through some hints and tips as to what you need to do to get set up properly. For the rest of you, thank you very much for joining. It's been a pleasure having you with us this afternoon, and have a great weekend.
So hopefully everybody can see my screen. We are going to do a 5-minute masterclass right now. It might be 10 minutes on setting up a quiz in Vevox. Do forgive me as I look to my left because I've got 2 screens here, so I'm jumping about a little bit. We're going to set up a quick quiz, and I'm going to show you from scratch how to do that. Then we're going to share some tips for success, which I'm sure from the quiz you've just done, you can see how to do that anyway. And then you can ask us anything you like. We're going to pop in a new session ID and pop some sample quiz questions in as well, so you can see how that runs. And we'll take it from there. So we're going to go to the dashboard now, and I'm going to switch my screen back to the dashboard, and then we are going to start putting together a little quiz, just so you can see how straightforward and simple that is to do. Let me share my other screen. Good stuff. Hopefully you can all see that. So this is the dashboard. So you can actually see here where I was actually running the quiz that I created earlier. So this is our Everything Internal Comms virtual quiz here. So all I'm going to do literally now is just basically take you through setting up a meeting, creating a meeting ID, and popping in a few quiz questions, which I've already pre-prepared. So we'll keep this nice and quick. So to create a meeting, we click on Create Meeting once you've logged into your dashboard, and we will just type in quiz demo, and we'll click Create. And that instantly opens up a new tile with our new ID here. And I'm just going to click into a view meeting. And you can see we haven't started the meeting yet. Our meeting is in waiting status. So I'm just going to click play for that. And if you grab your phones again, if you exit out of the meeting that you're in for our previous quiz, so if you click on the little burger menu and click on exit meeting, you can type in the new meeting ID here, and we're going to pop some questions in. So I've got a few questions, and I just want to show you how quick and easy this is to do. But part of our survey does include a question where you've got the opportunity to drop us your email address, and we can go through this in a bit more detail and also share the quiz that we ran earlier as well. But basically, this is our dashboard, and this is where all the clever stuff happens. And down the left-hand side here, where we add our polls, we add our surveys, and we customize our front end of the app and also the presentation view that you saw earlier. So to create a poll, all we need to do is click on Create New Poll, and it brings us up the options for multiple choice, word cloud text, rating, and numeric questions. First one I'm going to pop in is going to be our icebreaker. So like we did in the quiz just now, we had a little bit of a warm-up. So I'm just going to add in a quick warm-up question. And like I say, I've already cheated, so I'm just going to cut and paste that in. If you could choose a superpower, what would it be? And I'm going to click word cloud. I'm going to add that. So you can see we've got one question in already into our polls. I'm going to create a new poll, and now this is where we're going to put in our first actual quiz question. And this one is just going to be a multiple choice question. And the beauty of this one is you're going to see what the right answers are. So there's no prize for winning this one. So what is the capital of Iceland? So that's going to be a multiple choice question. And I have 4 choices, which I'm going to cut and paste in. And here's the clever bit. So this is just a normal voting question at the moment. If we click on the correct answer box, we can see now that we can actually select what the correct answer is. So the correct answer is Reykjavik. And I'm going to click on that. I'm going to click add. And next, we've got 2 questions in. I'm going to create one more poll. And this one actually is going to be a numeric question. So along with the multiple choice, we can have numeric and text questions that we can score, which you obviously saw during the quiz just now. So how many times has Rafa Nadal won the Tennis French Open Championship? That's a numeric question. So this is where you can choose your ranges. So as I was doing earlier, of my percentages, I was typing in the ranges. So we're going to say between 1 and 15 for this. the correct answer is actually 13, because I believe he's just won it again. And if you're feeling generous, which I was a little bit just now, you can put in an error margin, so you can move that around. Let's pop in 1 there. We'll click add. And one more question. So we've got 3 in there now. We'll create one more poll, and that's going to be basically a text question and our other option for putting the correct answer in. And because I'm very passionate about IPA, I'm going to pop that one in. It's a missing word, of course. The correct answer, we tick that box. The correct answer for that is Indian. We're going to click add. So you can now see we've got our 4 questions in. We've got our icebreaker and we've got our 3 quiz questions. So really easy to do, really straightforward. Don't really need to worry about anything else down here at the moment. And to present this, you can see the orange button on the left here. We go to present, we open it in a new browser tab, and this is exactly what I did earlier. And it brings it up into our presentation view. And our control button is down the bottom here. So if I go to full screen, we can full screen it. And what I'm going to do is ask you to join. So just as you did earlier, you can either use your camera or you just type in the ID. So if you've exited, you'll already be sat at the enter meeting ID option there. I'm going to do the same as well. 115-057-932. Click join. And we're in. Good stuff. So we've got a few people in here already. So I'm just going to fire this one straight up. So what we did with the icebreaker last time, we actually showed the results. So you can do that. You can do that with your votes as well to show dynamic bars moving. We suggest not to do that normally so that people don't get swayed by other votes. But this is our word cloud. There's obviously not many of us on here at the moment. So things are obviously not coming through as many as they were earlier, but we can already see that people are well keen for the invisibility. I saw the Invisible Man was actually on Sky, so I must watch that tonight. A good film to watch, I think. Drink beer and a wee wee. I don't know who's put that in. Someone's got wise to the ability that they can put hyphens in and put a sentence in. Well done, guys. Great. So that's a nice little warm up, nice icebreaker. So we'll close that one off, and that'll freeze that. And it's a great graphic image that you can obviously use to post out socially. We've done that, or on your intranet or internally. It's a real nice thing to share if you can. Gets people's sort of mindset and insights before the meeting. So let's just run through the questions. You're going to know the answers, but what's the capital of Iceland? Is it Reykjavik, Stockholm, Copenhagen, or Helsinki? Vote now. I'll purposely get it wrong. We'll close the poll off. And good practice was to count down from 5. We had quite a lot of people obviously on the quiz earlier, so I give everybody the opportunity to get their votes in. We click on the correct answer button on the left here. So I didn't, as you noticed there, I didn't click on the results as I did with the word cloud. So we just closed the poll, had them appear as we closed it, and I checked the hide correct answer button there. If I click it again, it'll disappear. Next question. How many times has Rafa Nadal won Tennis French Open Championship? This one was the range question, as you know. You can see on your phones, it gives you the range options. Type that in, click send. So it's always important with these questions where you have to do more than one selection there. So you type in 1, 3 for 13, you have to click send, make sure that comes in. And we close it off. We've got 9 out of 11 in. And again, this one we get the range, which is quite nice. As you can see the breadth of knowledge, perhaps, that people might have. And some people might be completely out of sync with the question you're asking. But we can see that 13 is the correct answer. And we can also see that the error margin we popped in. Last question. IPA stands for something pale ale. And again, you need to hit send when you pop it in. And then you obviously win your points. And we'll close that one off. So really, really quick way to put a quiz together. There we go, Indigo. So all went wrong. And if I click show the correct answer again, that we obviously popped in the dashboard, we can see the number of correct answers there. So really quick way through of running the quiz. Now I just want to basically step through a few top tips. We've got a couple of minutes to go. So I'm just going to reshare my other screen with you all. So hold 1 second. Moving lots of things around here and lots of little faces moving around on my screen. So top tips, what we say, easy on board. So I think you saw how easy it was to onboard people using the QR codes, and Neil was obviously a great host, introducing people to that a couple of minutes beforehand. Obviously using the web app, you can just type in vevox.app, or you can obviously invite people to your meeting beforehand so they already have a URL code and already joined. So nice and easy on board with the QR code as well. Breaking the ice, it's great if you can obviously break the ice with a little bit of a warm-up like we did. Gets people confident that the system's obviously working and accepting their responses, and it's also a bit of fun as well, just to get people ready to go into sort of the main sort of quiz as it is. Get tough and personal. So you don't want to get too easy with your quiz questions, but you don't want to make them too easy at the same time. I tried to keep an even kill with the internal comms quiz just now, and I think probably thereabouts there. I think getting 16 out of 26 is pretty good. We did an internal quiz sort of earlier in the year when the pandemic first locked in. We did a survey of all the staff and sort of asked them some questions about maybe things that they'd like to do that we didn't know about, any secret sort of things they might do with regards to sort of skills or anything like that, or anything they like doing. And we used that data and said, right, this particular person sort of runs sort of children's sort of parties at weekends, and we pop some names up, and people can then guess who that is. But it's a bit of fun, and you might sort of learn something about colleagues, and you can make it a bit more personal than normal. If you can get interactive, it's great. We really did encourage people to sort of pop their cameras on. If I managed to get quite a few people in as sort of the panelists, so we could do that. It's nice to do that, and also using other parts of the system like the Q&A for the jokes. We find sort of breaks it up quite nicely, and again, is a bit more fun. So certainly encourage that. And any shout outs as possible, get people to wave the cameras up if they're in the lead after rounds. Nice to have a little bit of kudos. People get extremely competitive when you're running quizzes, so sort of encourage that obviously as well. Getting competitive, those results reveals, everyone just wants us to probably shut up reading out the jokes and just see if they're winning or not. They feel like they've had a good round, so keep those rounds short and sharp. And get the results out so that people can see. And then at the end, obviously, encourage people to share that they've been doing a quiz on the social feeds. And of course, have a prize, because there's a prize involved. People are a little bit more keen. There's a beanie hat, obviously, and a voucher going out to our winner today, of course. And we like to continually develop, how we do these, and what we need to change, and what works, what doesn't work. Get some feedback. Do a quick survey. Don't make it too long, because people won't do it. But get that out as soon as you can. We had that open right from the beginning of today, and what did you like? What didn't you like? What was easy? What wasn't easy? What should we do? What shouldn't we do? And would you recommend this to your colleagues? We have a Christmas quiz coming up in December. Is it December 4th or 6th? I think it's coming up only 3 or 4 weeks time. With our host is going to be Rob Curtis on that one, with a colleague like we were with Neil today. So do log in for that on the original quiz you're in. There's a link to that one as well. And do have a look at our website, vevox.com. We've got a great set of blogs on there, loads of stuff about quizzes. I think there's an even more recent one that we've popped on there as well. But do go in there. Some real top tips for popping your quizzes together, and a little bit more detail than what I've probably been through just now. But do go to the survey. Do have a look. If you do want to obviously have a chat with us, do pop your details on there. But if you'd like to ask any questions now, do feel free to come on to camera and turn your microphone off and ask us a question, and we will be happy to answer it. If not, we can follow up with you from the survey afterwards.